Hi, guys. Welcome back to another episode of Talks with T. I'm so excited you chose to sit here, listen to me, and yeah, just enjoy as I chat with you about Jesus. So, lately, I've been going through a whole lot of different changes, especially in the past 2 years where I started going to Concordia University. I moved out of the house, see my family less often than I normally do, and it's been a lot of things changing all around me. Even the things I used to like, the things I used to prioritize, it's just not the same anymore. And it made me realize how our human minds work in a way where we are not always going to be the same no matter what. There's always going to be things changing around us. There's always going to be things that we're adapting to. But the one thing that I realize that never changes is Jesus and how he loves us and how he shows up for us, how he's consistent with us. And I wanted to share this with you guys, especially for those people who are just maybe you're in a season of unfamiliarity where you don't understand what's going on around you, you don't even know how to get through it, or maybe you're just like graduating from school and starting a new job and walking into places that you've never been to before. It can all be kind of scary. I think it can be scary. I've gone through different changes. For example, when I moved out of the house to move into college, I was super terrified, but also equally excited. I was mainly scared because I didn't know the people around me. I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know who I was going to bump into. But I did know that God was with me through the whole thing. And I knew that He was going to pull me through it. I knew that He was going to bring people my way that I needed to meet and people who needed to meet me. I knew that He was going to help me figure things out. But it's still scary nonetheless. But I think knowing that God's with you and knowing that Jesus is by your side through it all, it really just makes the experience a little bit easier. It makes you a little bit more hopeful. And I just want to encourage you with that today that no matter what it is that you're going through, no matter what changes are happening in your life, whether good or bad, Jesus never changes and he's never going to leave you and he's never going to abandon you. He wants you to know that he's experienced different changes in his life as well, especially when he was here on earth. He experienced what betrayal feels like. He experienced what just depression feels like, anxiety. He knows all those emotions. He understands exactly what it is that you're feeling because he's experienced it himself. And if you're like me, I tend to connect deeper with people who have also experienced the same thing I've experienced. You know, we might call it the fancy word trauma bonding, but honestly, it's just really connecting deeper because if you've experienced the same things, you feel closer to that person in a way. And I think that's how we should be with Christ, where he's experienced a lot of similar things that we've experienced. I don't think he's lacking in any of those emotions that we feel. So we should be able to connect with him. Hebrews 13:8 says that Jesus Christ is the same yesterday, today, and forever. And then verse 9 says, "Do not be attracted by strange new ideas. Your strength comes from God's grace, not from rules about food which don't help those who follow them." Really, it's just telling you that Christ never changes. The same God who split the ocean into two and made a way for people back then is the same God who loves you today. The same God who created the flowers that you admire is the same God who loves you. The same God who created the beach that you go to, you enjoy being around it, the people you love, is the same God who created you. He did not make you any differently. He did not make you with any malicious intent in mind. All those things that you also admire that are God created, He created you and He admires you. You're uniquely and wonderfully made in His eyes. I need you to understand that because when you're able to understand where God's coming from, understand who He is, understand how He created you and why, it makes life a little bit easier to go through because you have hope in Christ. And He wants to walk with you through all the different changes you're experiencing. He wants you to know that He's there for you. It's not easy. Honestly, it's easier said than done. But I think walking in that, reminding yourself of that is very important because the enemy tries so hard to just keep us away from God as much as he can. He tries to put different ideas into your head, making you think that God's against you so that you will be far away from God. That's his plan. It's to kill, steal, and destroy. But that's not what God does. That's not what He wants for you. He wants you to understand He created you with a spirit of confidence, of courage. He does not put fear in us. He gives you that clarity that you need. And He walks with you through all the things. If God brought you somewhere, He's going to make sure He sees you through that. He finishes what He started, basically. And I think a lot of changes in life can be very scary. Even the good things that are changing in life, like graduating is really good, but also it's like really scary because I don't know what to expect after that. Like different semesters, I kind of knew what classes I was going to be taking. I knew where I was going to be. I knew the people I was going to be around because we all signed up for the same classes. But with this, it's like, oh, I'm not going to have classes anymore. I'm not going to have the same old routine anymore. It's going to be different, which is good, but it's also a little bit scary. And I don't think that we can truly 100% be fearless in a lot of things. I think having the courage means that you're doing the things in spite of that fear. Like you're still scared, but you choose to do it anyways. And with Christ, I think we can fear a little bit less and not just fearless. That's actually Concordia's theme for the year. It's fearless, which can be said as fearless, but I think it's really just trusting in God so much that that fear is not overclouding your judgment. It's not the only thing that you see. It's more of I trust in God so much that I know He's going to get me through this. And yes, I'm scared. Yes, I don't know what to expect. Yes, it's kind of terrifying not knowing. And I'm going to lean on Him. And I'm going to depend on Him. And I'm going to let him know that I am scared and be vulnerable with that emotion because I know he knows that I am scared. He knows it all. Without you saying anything, he knows, but he wants you to tell him. He wants you to connect with him in that way. So I would just hope that this kind of encourages you a little bit, especially if you're someone going through a whole lot of changing in your life. Just know that God's not going to leave you. Know that he's going to get you through all of it. Know that it's going to be hard and it's going to be scary and you might be unsure. But he's got you. He's watching over you. He's protecting you. He's got his guardian angels with you. Just seek him. Seek first his kingdom, and all will be added. Make sure you run to him. Whenever you're unsure, make sure you run to him, seeking for clarity. Spend time in his word. I feel like I don't do that enough. But I also know that I run to God more than running to anything else. And I think we all have different ways of, you know, navigating our relationship with God. And that's totally fine. That's how it should be. We shouldn't all have just one specific thing to copy paste each of our lives because we all have different personalities. Some things work for others people and some don't. There's Christian rap out there and there's mellow Christian songs out there. There's Christian worship songs out there. There's Christian hip hop songs out there because there are different kinds of people who have different, forms of relationship with God. It's all Christ centered, but because of the way he created us uniquely, we all have different ways of connecting with God, if that makes sense. And yeah, I think just really finding out how it is you connect best with God. I think mine would be through music. Maybe you also connect with him through that way. I connect him with him best through music. And I always run to him with that. Like I would play a worship song or I would sing a worship song and I feel his presence there for me. And some people it's just silence and solitude and they feel his presence. Some people it's in community and they feel his presence. Like there's so many different ways that we can connect with God, but I really encourage you to try to find what yours is. Try to find where he's trying to reach out to you and lean into that. Lean into that. Depend on him whenever you're going through hard times or good times actually, because it's very easy for us to also forget that God brought us to those good times. And then when you don't just go to God whenever you're having a bad time. No, there's so much more to him than that. He wants to celebrate with you too. So when it comes to a lot of just things changing in your life and also just going through new experiences in general, I just hope that you seek his face. I hope that you run to him with good news and the bad news. And I hope that you understand that he's a loving God. He's also a forgiving God. And he sent his son to die for you and to connect with you so that you can also have a relationship with him. So I hope that you take something out of this. If there's one thing that you do take out of it, remember that Jesus is the same today, yesterday, and forevermore. He never changes. He never abandons you, and he loves you dearly. Thanks for listening. Bye.